Welcome to Data Sports. Like many others, thank God the nightmare of last round is over and we're finally onto Origin. Last week we ended up with the big 0-5. And honestly, if you didn't end up with 0 or even 1 tip, you probably don't get what's going on. I'm absolutely dead from coming back into reality from Japan and looking for a new place to rent. Like and subscribe though if you don't want to miss any rugby league tips. Now, we're starting off game one, Origin. It kicks off tomorrow night. Dare say the most elite game of rugby league you'll watch outside of maybe a grand final. I'm a Queenslander, so outside of the possible bias, New South Wales, they just don't get rugby league, and in particular Origin. Well, I'd love to say we're going to pump them 13 plus. No doubt it's going to be a gritty physical game. So I'm going to go Queensland 1 to 12. Lots of talent across both sides. A heap of debutants for the New South Wales, which is going to test them out a lot. Origin just being that step up and being a whole other level. Queensland, I'd say they're far more battle tested across the team, and that should definitely be to their advantage as well. The neck DC, he's going to have the boys firing. We'll see if Hines as well can shake off the dramas from the last time that he played for New South Wales, ripping around at halfback. Very keen to see Jermaine Hopgood make his debut all the way from Harvey Bay, and we're going to see what Billy has cooked up for Cobbo as well coming off the bench. Jeez, just a great time of the year Origin footy. That rolls into the rest of the round as well. So Friday we've got the Dragons taking on Tigers. I'm going to go the Dragons at home 1 to 12. Be a huge confidence booster for them as well, beating Penrith. I feel that I've probably given a little bit too much faith to the Tigers this year as well, simply because the Rabbits have taken their place. It's been the worst team. Saturday, Titans versus Rabbits. I'm going to go Titans 13 plus. Yeah, put it simply, the Rabbits still suck, and Titans, they're really finding some form. Even beating out my Broncos in their last game. They have it in them to put a fair whack of points on as well. I'm hoping a David Fafita that wasn't picked for Origin goes on an absolute rampage, does some serious damage to the GC. As long as they don't fall asleep 60 minutes in, I think they can ice it. Cowboys versus Warriors. I really feel like I should be taking the Cows off my ban list for this one, but I'm not going to back them until they get another win. So I'm going to go Warriors 1 to 12. Looks like the Cows Origin players are being rested as well. Warriors, they're finding their feet, particularly in the last few weeks. I'd love to see them get it done and get another W in the far north. Broncos versus Sharks. I'm super keen for this one. Going to be going to this game, and we are going to pump the Sharks 13 plus. Not only because they're my team, but we're not resting anyone for the Broncos. We're backing it up, and Cronulla just have not been looking great the last few weeks. They've absolutely fallen off a cliff. Maybe those big games as well, that might have taken a little bit too much out of them. Not too sure. They might be a little bit burnt out. Or you could say Broncos Origin players could be, in those kind of waters and not at 100%. I think it's going to be more than enough to get it done against the Sharks. Storm versus Knights going Storm 13 plus. They don't pump teams that often, at least not recently, but if Knights play anything like last week, they're going to be well on their way to a touch up. As always, Melbourne bloody hard to put away at home. No doubt Knights will want to bounce back, but it's a tough task against a Storm side. Penrith versus Manly. Honestly, I don't love picking this one at all. Manly seem to turn up a little bit for this game, but I'm going to go Penrith 1 to 12. I just don't see them taking back-to-back L's, especially at home. It just doesn't happen for Penrith, and it hasn't happened for some time. No Edwards, but he's getting a good rest up as well so he can heal. I could see this one being a bit of a close game, and hopefully DC still isn't set to Queensland mode because he might just slot a one-pointer to win the game. Lastly, we got Doggies versus Eels. Boy, did the Eels show massive improvement getting Mitch Moses back. Still don't like it enough though to back him against the dogs who towered up Knights in the past week. I'm going to go the Doggies, and I'm going to give them. We'll go 1 to 12 as well. So Sexton, he's back in the halves, which I like a lot more than Hutcho. They have proved me wrong so many times this year as well, so it's hard not to just give them a shot give a shot to the Doggies that are having a red hot crack. Now, haven't had time to go as in depth as I'd like. This last couple of weeks has honestly just been crazy, but this is my tip of the week. I'm going to go hammer to cross any time for Queensland. Angus Crichton to slam a 4-pointer down. Reece Walsh, he's going to back. Walshy, he's going to get over against the Sharks, and I'm going to go King Gutho to get over in his 200th game as well. Let me know who you got. Up Queensland, and have a good one.